Hi, this is Rockport Ryan with Texas Fishing Tips, and this is your weekly fishing report. All right, starting out this week, I'm sure y'all have noticed these nice cooler temperatures that we have. It's a beautiful thing for us off the water because we're not dealing with 116-degree temperatures, but it's also bringing those water temperatures down to some very active levels for the fish. We're going to be starting here at the Port Bay Road launch. Really, it doesn't matter which way you go, the fish are out there. If you're coming down here to this right side, I would come down, go around those piers. When you get into this pocket, just all along this grass line, even out here in the open, we're starting to see them school up. We're starting to see those tails. Little hidden because our water's still pretty high, but we are starting to see them school up. You can come all the way down this shoreline. The cuts coming out of these marsh lakes are still producing some nice reds. When you're out here, go ahead and start with your topwaters. If you're not seeing any response at all to topwaters, ditch them and go subsurface. Z-Man crab have been working really well. The unfair rip and slash, even a popping cork and shrimp. Just take it below that surface and then you're going to hook up and find them. All right, taking advantage of these little cooler waters and everything, we'll be coming out here to Brown and Root Flat. Most of where we've been going is actually directly across this main flat. We normally are hitting our limits before we even get to the islands. Most of this, again, is topwater. Stalking, keeping your eyes open. You will see them. We are, like I said, starting to see some getting into schools of about 5 or 6. Not the big schools, but you'll start seeing them congregating. And with this crystal clear water that we've got, just comes straight across. This is pretty much going to be straight top water just due to the shallowness of it. If the wind does kick up like we have been, don't be afraid to get out and wade instead of going in the kayaks. Either way, top waters and all right there on the surface. Going too far below the surface, you'll start hanging up in some of the grass. It'll eventually die off as we go further into the year. But right now, just staying with topwaters on this main flat for your reds. If you want to go after some trout, come out to that drop off. And then on that shrimp popping cork off that first drop off, on the way back, we've been tying into some nice box trout. All right, another great place to, if we start getting these north winds, is to actually launch from the Aquatic Center in Aransas Pass. Now, don't skip over the canals that are right there off of that launch. When you come out, hit along these islands up in this nice little shallow. You might be able to pick up some reds there. Then come across the ICW. If you've got that north wind, the back side of this big spoil island has actually still been holding some nice reds. Work down it. Let that wind drift you across this flat. With this, you might go paddle tails, a little subsurface, and then coming up the backside of Ransom, you could still hit in there. Then use these islands, just snake your way around these islands to get that wind protection on the way back. Come across the ICW again, and then don't forget to at least make one pass on this side of the RV park before heading back, and you should be able to pick up some nice reds in that, and that'll give you an option if this north wind continues. All right, another great place this week that's been producing pretty well is over here at the fish habitat. Launching out anywhere that you can get down into it, all through there, between the islands, all around the islands that they have built, have been producing some nice reds, a few trout and everything. If you're launching off of this point and coming out this way to these drop-offs, that's where they've been hitting into some pretty nice sized trout that are still coming out. If you've got a light on your kayak, you might even try coming out underneath this causeway at night, working the lights and everything. The trout have been doing really well out in there. But again, make sure you got that light out there. We want to make sure that you're safe. Wearing your PFD, definitely watch the wind. But if you've got all the equipment and you're ready to give it a try, there have been some nice trout that have been being caught along that causeway and right off that point. This is Rockport Ryan. Thanks for watching.